Okay, FFS is all I can say here. I've got to show you how incredibly stupid the people are that you deal with over at KuCoin, right? So what I'm explaining here is something rather simple. This is Bolt. It's a cryptocurrency. Here's the Ethereum contract. It ends in B6B. That's just reality. If you don't believe that, you can check on my Ether wallet. It's the same one. You can also check on mycrypto.com. It's the same one. You can check in all these different places. There's more places than that. You can check with Bolt themselves. You can go everywhere and just check what the smart contract address is. And then you can go into KuCoin and do a bloody withdrawal and find out that the contract address they're using ends in 789, as she confirmed herself, this woman on here. She just doesn't get it, just really extremely thick. But also not understanding, see the token here? Bolt Global, Bolt token, right? It shows up differently, Etherscan on the correct currency. They're using the wrong one. I'm wondering if it doesn't really make much sense, but you see how few transactions there are here? 7 hours, 9 hours ago. There's very few transactions taking place on this. Most of them must be, most or all must be from KuCoin, right? So this is just a blatant mistake. They've probably rolled back their configuration, got an old configuration, or during the hack, what's probably happened is someone been able to manipulate the contract addresses that they're sending out to. So meaning they're leaking out even more money. Because their customer service is so insanely daft. I mean, really, really dumb people who have fuck all. Oh, here you go. We've got a ticket number. Yeah, they have no clue about blockchain and stuff like that. They haven't been given a crash course or anything. So you really are talking to a brick wall. Let's give you an example here of what's going on. It's really sad how many times I had to explain this to this woman. I said to her, I withdrew Bolt on the weekend, noticed your exchange is using the old smart contract address of Bolt. So I cannot, I know I'm dealing with someone who's a foreigner here. So I'm repeating words that wouldn't be required for someone who's native English, right? So I cannot access it in my Ether wallet, mycrypto.com, as all of the online wallet companies only recognize the new smart contract address as Bolt. Hi, welcome to KuCoin chat, blah, 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 blah. I write the same thing again. One moment, please. Your exchange is using the old smart contract. I'll list what the old smart contract is. Instead of the one listed by Bolt and on CoinMarketCap and on the online wallet companies, which is, and it ends in BCB, all right? Yes, our contract address is just 789, just not getting a fucking thing, right? Yes, that's the old one. Check every source and you will see I tried to withdraw this amount of money, which is worthless and inaccessible. I will check to the team to forward this. I know she's not going to do anything. I've dealt with this before, so you have to force them into a corner where they give you a ticket number, or else they won't do it, right? Okay, but you will not only show them the correct smart contract address as this, but once they confirm the mistake, they will have to recredit me. So I'm letting her know what the solution is. I'm giving her all the places to check, including Bolt themselves, which they should have contacts with, because they're listed on their exchange. They probably would have had to pay money because they probably weren't well known enough to make KuCoin the first exchange to take them on without paying, I don't know, maybe somewhere between 3 to 30 Bitcoin, as the case may be. So she says, what you need us to do now. She was about to go away and do nothing. That's what she's basically saying there, right? You need to read between the lines. Fix the problem by updating your system to use the correct smart contract address. 2, return my balance to what it was. And then I said that's it. That's all really. It's extremely logical. So you can tell me when you will get back. Can you tell me when you'll get back to me? And will you give me a ticket number and a reference so I can contact again once nothing happens? Because I know nothing will happen. I've dealt with these motherfuckers before. They're useless, right? Even when you get put through to the admins, they're fucking useless at this place, right? That's why I allowed them to steal it would have been thousands of dollars they stole from me last time. I just gave up on it. I only used them again to buy this one token that was difficult to buy anywhere else. I shouldn't have done it. It's simple as that. Look what I'm going through now. For the sake of $2,000, it's not worth it. Please hold on. I will check for you. What are you checking? I hope the smart contract, and then compare it. At this stage, she's still just as unwise as she was way back here. She hasn't learned a fucking thing, right? Zero knowledge. So I've told her what to do. Could you explain, please provide me with the transaction ID. I'm giving the transaction ID. I know exactly what she's going to do. And she does it. She comes back and basically says, yeah, that transaction is correct. Like the transaction exists. Like I couldn't do that myself. I've already sent her the thing for Etherscan, for example. Like I can't do that myself. It's obvious. It should be obvious to you that I know more about this subject than you do. Maybe just pass on to someone who's more senior, or just take my word for it and then pass on to someone more senior. You know what I mean? But this is what you get with extremely dumb people who get hired. They just, it's not their fault. It's the people who hire them. It's the people who accept that they're working as a first line support when they don't have any ability whatsoever to be working in this space. And, you know, it might sound scathing, but they're blocking someone, doesn't matter what country you're in, even Vietnam, you're blocking someone who does know from getting a job. Because it's not that difficult, this stuff. It's quite easy to learn it, the basics of tokenomics, how tokens work on an ERC20 or whatever it might be, or normal first generation blockchain. Right, so, okay, please forward to your colleagues. If you withdraw, she goes, if I withdraw from KuCoin, so she's still, this is over halfway down now. I've written a lot of stuff. I've gone down further from where I was before. If you withdraw from KuCoin, I guess you deposited to KuCoin. So I just had to tell her here, no, I deposited some Bitcoin. I exchanged it for Bolt. A few weeks later, I tried to withdraw it. I've written all this stuff here. I'm the receiving side. I was not sent Bolt from KuCoin. You really just, I mean, every single time they just open up a new kind of, look at this. But the transaction ID you provided is ours sent transaction ID. Just absolutely not understanding. And I see this quite a lot. I'm trying to think about, like Liquid Exchange. I had an issue with them, for example. You end up getting people who are thick as pig shit, but there's people who are copied into it who are not, and they basically give them a shake. The problem that you deal with a lot of these places, because most of them are outsourced to Vietnam, it's just the way it's going at the moment, right? I don't know, they're just getting people who straight out of the I don't know, out of the countryside or something. It just doesn't make any sense. People who were plowing a field yesterday and they're just on a computer for their first time. Anyway, please escalate the ticket. You're not able to understand the problem. This will have been affecting everyone that withdrew from Bolt from your exchange while the wrong/old smart contract. I don't even know if it is the old one. I think it's just an incorrect one. Maybe someone else made a contract called Bolt in the past. Some dipshits. It could be that they've tried to fix their system after it's been hacked. They've either rolled back to an old smart contract, or they've just put in the wrong one because they've all been deleted. It could be that. But they maybe all been changed. Someone's going around trying to update them and fucked up. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. As for the contract address issue, we will forward this. So maybe she's getting it now. Okay, I'll get an email from them. And then she says, if you sent Bolt out, the contract address is not the same as your receiving side. So she doesn't understand it there. So it can't be different than the receiving side. It gets sent to an ERC20 token. The wallet that they're using defines the contract address ID. So it can't be sent to a different one. You could only do that if you were using, for example, I don't know, let's say you were using somehow a coin like Bitcoin, and you had another token out there that used similar address structure as Bitcoin used, so it allowed you to send Bitcoin to the wrong blockchain. That's the only way that what she's saying here could happen, right? So she's just clueless. We will release an announcement once there are any updates. If they are unable to credit that to your account, just let them return your KuCoin account. We will credit that to you. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. It's Bolt. You can check that. Bolt token. No, it's not. God. She doesn't understand that she needs to be looking at their global Bolt token. Anyway, I'll get back onto this. I just wanted to make a video of this to show you what you have to contend with. You basically have to solve the problem for them just to get through customer service. And even then, you're not guaranteed. The last time when they stole money off me, I think it was either 10x or 100x. I know that it was a multiple of 10 or 100. And then I didn't bother checking for the rest of the year what they'd actually stolen off me the other time. I just gave up, because it's just not worth it when you're dealing with someone who's like, no, but look, yes, it says 500. Yeah, and it should have been $5. Yes, it's 500. Oh, just give up. It's just not worth it for $500. I don't know how much. In that case, it probably was a lot more. But for me to go through the records and find out all the fees they charged, it was just too much work. It wasn't worth my time. So I gave up on that one. But yeah, you might not give up. But yeah, that's what you're dealing with. The safest bet is just stay away from KuCoin. It's not, they're not a scam exchange. They never were. They're just extremely unprofessional in dealing with their own problems, and obviously with security because they got hacked recently, right? So just stay away from KuCoin. It's not worth the stress. You're not paid to be their customer service person, and you will end up being that. And when they make a fuck up, they don't put their hand in the air and say, hey, it was our fault. They make it your fault. Okay, that's it. Bye. Cheers.